Do you know how cinematography lenses from films like Casino Royale or even Mickey 17 are serviced, repaired or even rehoused? Well, we're here at True Lens Services to find out how they do it using a Nakamura machine from ETG. So, Kelvin, what do you guys do here at True Lens Services?
So the main core of our business is rehousing vintage cinematography lenses. We also service broadcast lenses. So the rehousing process, we take glass and cells of old lenses and we rehouse them into our own metalwork, which we produce on site to give the lenses a new lease of life.
Now, you guys do quite a lot here, from testing to calibrating to even engraving lenses yourself. So what challenges can that bring?
The main challenge being attention to detail. We are very obsessed with quality. We make sure every lens that goes out of the facility is to our standards. No two lenses are the same, so there can be sort of alignment and fitment issues. So we do a lot of pre-assembly tweaks to various parts.
So having a machine shop is quite vital to what you guys do. So could you run without it?
No, I don't think we could. It is vital to have the machines on site. Any changes we make to components or any alterations we need to make to the assembly parts, we can do either within minutes or we can schedule it in for a later date.
What were some of the problems you were facing before you got these machines?
So we would batch produce a large amount of items and then we would subsequently get bottlenecks further down the line where we're creating a large amount of parts which sit on a shelf and we don't get to process them fully until a week or 2 weeks later. Some of our components are made over 4, 5, 6 operations. This creates bottlenecks in itself because we then have to wait for a machine to become available. We amass a certain amount of parts and then process them all together.
So talk me through the Nakamura you guys have got and how this has helped you not only alleviate them bottlenecks, but also add more quality as well.
Okay, sure. So the Nakamura has helped us with our focus barrels in particular. We've had some bespoke tooling made through Hymatech, where we're able to combine 5 or 6 operations into one operation. With the Hymatech tooling, we've been able to improve the surface finish of our cam barrel grooves. This obviously helps down the line with cutting out machine operations, as well as reducing hand processing time later on.
Now, this machine's not only improved quality, but also the time it takes to set up. So talk me through changeover times, because you've gone from hours to minutes.
That's right, we've gone from multi-setups to single setups or dual setups, and the changeover time can be as little as a couple of minutes, changing over a program rather than having to set up various ops. We are cutting out a large amount of time just by reducing the amount of setups we're having to do.
And talk me through, and I want to get this right, the groove inside, because you were having fun doing that before, but this machine's made it a lot easier.
Yeah, previously we were cutting our cam grooves on a VMC. We've taken that, and with the Hymatech tooling, we've actually managed to do that in one operation on the lathe. We're programming to each degree and actually increasing the feel off the machine, reducing the amount of polishing we're having to do further down the line.
Now, you got this machine from ETG.
That's right.
I've got to ask, the service and support you gained while buying this machine was good, but there was something a little bit extra I want to ask you about, and that's the loan machine you got before these. So talk me through that.
Okay, so myself and our managing director, we went over to ETG. We had a demo on the machine. They decided that if we purchased a machine, they would loan us a machine so that we could be up and running. We could learn the idiosyncrasies of the machine. We could get used to the operating systems. It gave us scope to know what we were buying before it landed, which in turn helped us decide that buying 2 machines would be a better investment than buying 1.
Obviously, people will see this types of parts you're making and think that they're all programmed offline, but you're programming these from the control.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's the norm anymore. Our setup times are generally not that long. We are programming at the controls. We do a lot of our programming in background edit, which is obviously quite easy on the Nakamuras. And the programming system itself, using the NT Nurse system, is very user-friendly, so it's quite easy to do.
So Kelvin, 2 questions just to finish this off. Talk me through the spec of the machine you've got behind you, because obviously you've gone from just VMCs to turning and milling. So what has that given you?
Right, so traditionally we've had lathes with X and Z axis, which is a basic sort of lathe. We've gone to an X, Z, C and a Y axis, so we can actually mill off center. We can cut operations out that we were doing on our VMC machines, and we've streamlined our processes in the process of this machine.
So overall then, let's finish this off as, you went for 1 machine, came away with 2. Has it been a good decision?
Oh, without a doubt. The biggest worries our board had were that we were going to flood our milling machines with more work, and the reverse has actually happened. We've actually streamlined our processes and done more of our milling on our lathes. In turn, we've got more capacity on our milling machines.